Alright, so this week we're doing some Roboquest. Now I do want to clarify because I didn't actually get a chance to finish my sentences last video. I'm doing a 10 episode rule. I'm not going to do more than 10 consecutive episodes on a single game. That's not to say I'm going to quit every game after 10 episodes. I'm just going to take a break after 10 episodes. So we've done 10 episodes of Cassette Beasts, and now we're going to do like one. Maybe I'll extend it to two if I feel like it, but probably not this time at least. We're going to do like one episode of something else. This time it's Roboquest. And yeah, then we're going to go back to Cassette Beasts and we're going to do 10 more episodes and so on. And that's just going to give me a chance to do things I wanted to do but were like in the middle of a big long thing and wasn't able to do. Like for example, Roboquest. This launched into 1.0 like a month ago, maybe even 2 months ago at this point, I don't even remember. And as you can see, I kind of did not resist the urge to play it off camera. Not that I'm like required to play it on camera, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of new features. Stuff was reworked. Since then I have maxed almost this one thing I haven't gotten yet. Almost maxed out the wrench tree. I've unlocked almost every single class, almost every single gadget, and I've collected all the power crystals. And the one thing I haven't done is actually beaten the game, because I've been so busy collecting all the other stuff that I haven't been dedicating a single run towards actually like winning. So I want to do that now. I want to actually try that. Fire rate's always good to pick. So there are a whole bunch of weapons in this game. Like I could pick any of these, and well, all of these are actually kind of crap. I don't actually like any of them. But one thing I do like that I always get is the shovel. So I'm just gonna grab the shovel, and let me just show you why I love the shovel so much. As you can see, I've gotten way better at the game. Now the shovel's great because it's a relatively low fire rate, relatively high damage weapon. Oh. Which means that it stuns stuff very easily. And there's an elite right there. I'll get to him in a moment. Don't know how that didn't hit me. Now, stun is great because it prevents the enemy from acting completely, which is kind of, you know, what you've come to expect stun to do. The shovel also has cleave, unlike some of the other pseudo melee weapons. Ow. Mini missile is so good though. All of these are good. I got a bunch of good ones. Mini missiles makes you shoot things when you kill stuff. I think I'm gonna go with Roberserker because I think that has a bunch of armor upgrades I can take for it. I'm gonna try and move fast because the faster I go. What kind of challenge was that? Ooh, that is a great thing to get for the shovel because it doesn't do elemental damage. It does physical damage, which is what stuns. So effectively a 20% damage boost. And also, everything I do does non-elemental damage. Okay, rest point, timer stop, I can finally talk. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, the stun. The stun is really great because it prevents the enemy from moving or attacking, and I'm just going to roll up my shovel here. And it also makes the shovel deal more damage to it, because the shovel has the Crusher ability, which deals 50% more damage against, it's called stagger, not stun, staggered enemies. So that makes it very good, combos with itself, and also helps you take down tougher enemies, so they don't attack you more often. Ruins, Oasis, Quarry. I always struggle to pick which one of these, because they all have their own merits. Like, Quarry gets you a free level up. Ruins gets you a free upgrade, not a level up, but an upgrade. And Oasis will allow me to upgrade my shovel, but I don't think I need to upgrade the shovel. Also, I should probably check this for a good item. Pickup's gather range, or magazine weapon. I don't think that counts for the shovel, so I'm just not going to take it. I think I'm going to go Ruins. I generally go Ruins. Now you may notice that I am playing the Commando, where last time I was playing, I believe it was Hunter. I don't think I'd unlocked Recon by then. And yes, I have unlocked Recon this time. But I like Commando, because Commando is a very up-close and personal class. I've also discovered that if you grind into the railbots, they instantly die, which has been helpful. But Commando has a lot of stuff that facilitates getting close to enemies, as well as killing stuff fast. Yeah, armor by 16%. That's good. That means I take 16% less damage. Now you notice I took a ton of damage there, but it doesn't actually matter how much damage I'm taking, as long as it's not like a ton of damage, because you get a ton of healing cells. Even more so with the shovel, because you get 2 extra healing cells on every kill. So I can take like a whole bunch of damage, and it doesn't matter because I'll just heal it up like later. And then you get the heal bots, which are even more healing. That's good. Mark makes enemies take 60 or 50% more damage. I'm not going to take either of those. I have better uses for power cells. Yeah, so the Commando's abilities, they have the missile, the rocket, it's called, not technically a missile. It does have some homing though. It's not like a dummy missile, it is actually a homing rocket. Like, as you can see, it kind of curved toward the enemy there. It's got a fairly long cooldown, but it's pretty beefy. It's pretty much a guaranteed stun on whatever it hits, unless it's like an elite. And it'll kill most weaker enemies. Ow, jumped right into that. Like, see, I just took a whole bunch of damage there. And I'm already back up to almost full health. Give me a different elite. I'm tired of that one. I do have all 6 power crystals active, which means we will be seeing a lot of elites, which is good, because elites have, like, I'm pretty sure they give you extra experience, but at the very least they drop extra power cells, or at least they usually do. It's not guaranteed. See, full health. Didn't even matter that I got hit like 3 times in a row there. The other ability the Commando has is the Shorty. Ah, I've been blinded. And the Shorty is fairly good medium close range damage. It's a pretty good stun rate. And stun is based on the damage you deal. It's not like any sort of... Okay, so this is where you get the upgrade. You can also get a weapon here, but I don't care because I'm using the shovel. Ooh, give me that hot potato. Wait, can I use that with... Can I use that with the shovel? Nah, I'll keep it anyway. I'll just won't upgrade it. Okay. Now I could go... Actually, yeah, I think I want to go to the... Oh, I forget where it hooks up, but I think I'm going to go to the scrapyard, because it's more experience. Anyway, the Shorty is a good all-around damage supplement. It's nothing like the other melees, which are meant to be more like a shovel for the other classes. That's useless. Nah. I got like a double upgrade from the last one, so I'm still up to level. But yeah. No. Guess I'll just take the power cells then. Yeah, I can't use hot potato with the shovel. If I ever decide to switch away from the shovel, I'll have hot potato though. Okay. So the Shorty is really good for proccing stun on anything, even slightly nearby. I forgot how much the scrapyard is annoying, because the scrapyard heavily limits your vision. As you can see, it's very dark. But as you can see, even though I kind of just took a whole bunch of damage there, by the end of this room I'm going to be back up to full health because of the shovel. So yeah, both the shorty and the rocket are great for just stunning troublesome enemies. Or just missing entirely, as I also like to do. One of my favorite things to do is miss completely. Getting stunned always surprises me, because there are so few enemies that actually have electrical abilities. Like, it's the rarest to fix in the game, I think. Rarest element for an enemy in the game. Like, there are tons of burn enemies. Pretty much any enemy that explodes is technically a burn enemy. There's a whole bunch of ice enemies. You can see the cryo flyers in this area. But this guy with the purple arm that I never see anywhere else is like the only guy who actually stuns you before you get to like District 13, where there are the stun mines. Definitely not playing as well as I'd like right now, probably because I'm trying to talk. Take retaliation. Especially because I'm getting hit a lot. Retaliation will help break the attack of enemies that attack very frequently, like these turrets, so they don't keep hitting me. Okay, we still get a heal bot here. Oh boy, I probably ended my run by going here, because the Gang of Elites is harder than most of the bosses. What I gotta do is focus them down one at a time. Just so there's a lower amount of them in the area. I gotta start with the most dangerous ones, like this guy who fires the spread of this guy with his vertical axis beam of ice. One more. Just you're easy. You don't do anything anymore. Whew, okay. Now there is supposed to be a power crystal here, but I already have it, so there's nothing. And I don't remember where this puts us. The fields. Okay, so we basically got an extra half stage out of that. Because normally the ruins sends you straight to the fields. Ooh, another upgrade. Melee. Does this increase the damage of the shovel, though? Deals melee damage, yes. Okay, so I want the microphone. I think I'll take the thermos flask, too. Not that I really need it, but it couldn't hurt to have. Okay. Now, I am kind of afraid of gardens. Not because of any of these guys you see on screen right now, but specifically because of the mini-boss. You've played this game, you probably know what I'm talking about. The big flying mini-boss guy is the bane of my existence. I don't know what it is, but no matter what build I'm running, no matter what weapon I'm using, he always gives me a lot of trouble. It's just the sheer number of projectiles he puts out. Now, gardens is probably the hardest area in the game for me. Back in early access, when there wasn't Chapter 3 and the game ended at Haven City, I think it ended at Haven City. But back when they're back in early access, I could never get past gardens, like never. Like these guys in the floor that pop out and jump scare you would always get cheap hits in. I couldn't figure out how to deal with these guys who shot the horizontal, they're not vertical, the horizontal lasers. The mines, I still can't figure them out. The mines being everywhere was super annoying. I just couldn't work it out. But now, I definitely can handle it pretty decently. It is still the hardest area for me. Like even even the moon isn't quite this difficult, because by the time you get to the moon, you can pretty much just run around in circles, and oh, there's a portal there. Oh, God, of course it gives me the portal on this run. Okay, I want to get rid of all the other guys in the area, so I can specifically focus on this guy. There we go. Okay, that wasn't so bad. That portal can spawn outside of any corrupted area. I think it's like more of a chance later in the run, but it's gonna take me to a place that's like 2 chapters ahead. And yeah, I'm still up with levels, and I don't want to do that. I could do Doom Gardens though. I don't think I want to though, because I don't think Doom Gardens takes me to where I want to be. And besides, Doom Gardens is super risky because it's filled with a bunch of exploder enemies, and it can very easily end my run, especially because I'm using the shovel. Like, every enemy in Doom Gardens is explosive. It's one of those mine enemies, and they all explode on death, even if they don't, like, reach you. And that means that if I don't do it right, if I don't time it right, I will blow up and die. And if I don't go fast enough, I will also blow up and die, because the area is on a hard time limit. Well, I say hard time limit. Oh, I missed the railbot. No! It's okay, I can afford to miss a railbot. The trick to the ambush rooms is to spend only as much time on an enemy as it deserves, and to prioritize the enemies that are the biggest threat. Or at least the best return for your investment. And usually that'll be the enemies that are most likely to hit you. But sometimes it's just going to be whatever enemy is closest, or whatever enemy you can kill. Because if you can kill 3 enemies in the time it takes you to take out one of these like mine launcher guys, then that's 3 fewer enemies that are in their periphery, which means 3 fewer enemies that are actively shooting at you, which means that you're less likely to get hit because there's fewer stray bullets running around. You can get on top of that guy, and I think you need a jetpack to get on top of him. Ooh. Oh. I need Point Blank. Point Blank is so good for this build, because you're always within that distance. I missed the guy in the corner there, but he doesn't give you any XP anyway. Okay, Energy Center. The idea is to prioritize the enemies that are the best return for your time, not necessarily the most dangerous. Like, I could have gone to like that turret there, shooting the wide bullets. He's very likely to hit me. And he was stimmed too, which means he shoots even faster. But the other guys I can kill way faster. And if I'm spending time killing the other guys, or I get them out of the way, because I don't stay in one place very long, because they all die in 2 hits. But the turret takes like 4 hits to kill. So if I spend time and just skip straight to the turret, all my stuff's on cooldown. If I just skip straight to the turret, all the other guys are going to be hitting me. See, I only went on that elite so insofar as I could stun him to get out of that area without him hitting me. Blind isn't the worst effect ever. It's actually pretty tame. I can handle blind pretty well. And like here, like I'm going for all the small guys before I go for that big guy in the background who's inevitably going to jump me, because all the small guys are going to keep shooting at me while I'm getting the big guy. Which means I'm going to take a lot of unnecessary damage while I'm killing the big guy. But if I can just get the small guy out of the way... God, the jetpack is so good for cheesing these areas. I hardly use it for anything else. Did I mention how good the soundtrack of this game is yet? I don't think I have. It's very good, especially like at this point, like halfway through the run and on. And once you get to this point, the shorty and the rocket are both needed to get the railbots good for the shovel build. Because normally, before this point, I think I just head bonked on him as he rushed at me. Normally, before this point, the rocket itself, on its own, could take down the railbot in a single hit. As for these little guys, the stim pods, unlike the shielding bots, they shield themselves instead of the enemy they're attached to, and then they give that enemy a pretty hefty attack speed boost. So you want to get rid of them pretty quick, because they're only unshielded when they're not protecting or stimming an enemy. And because I've got point blank, all of my kit is going to be doing fairly good damage, especially against enemies that are marked, because that's a half again as much damage. Oof. Okay. Ah, fire. Boo. Every time you get here to this intersection, it chooses one element at random, and I've been here like 6 times, and it has never chosen electric, which is really annoying. Which is also probably why I think stun is such a very uncommon effect, because I've been here through like the fire and ice ones like 3 times each, and yet I've never seen the electric version. Ow. But like, you need, oh hello, you need all 3 elements at least once to get the code that's needed to unlock the door at the beginning of this area. Fire is actually probably the best element I could have gotten for this run, though. Because fire just burns away your scratch damage. It doesn't actually damage you at all. There we go. And fire instantly stops the moment you don't have any more scratch damage. And it's a slow burn, too. And that means if you can pick up a bunch of healing cells, and obviously I'm picking up healing cells constantly because I'm using the shovel and killing stuff pretty quick. If I can keep killing stuff, burn isn't going to do a whole lot. It just puts me in a slightly worse position to heal. But again, I don't heal in small enough quantities that it wouldn't matter. I'm taking a ton of damage, though. And some people might view this as sloppy because I'm getting hit all over the place. But, like, notice that I'm still alive. I'm halfway through the game at this point, and I haven't even dipped below half health once. And that's just the way I play games. I'm a very big proponent of what I call the fail as much as the game allows strategy. Like, I could break my brain, devote all of my neural processes to not taking damage, but then I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. But I can just play sloppily like this. I can flail around with a shovel in my hands, getting hit every half a second, because the game allows me to fail that much. I don't need to be perfect, unlike a lot of other roguelikes where you need to be pretty darn good. Of course, other roguelikes are balanced to facilitate being pretty darn good, either because they're turn-based and it's entirely up to you to choose the path that... Oh, there goes another railbot. Rip. Either because they're turn-based and it's entirely up to you to not get into a situation where you die, or because they are much easier. Like, this is one of the hardest roguelikes I've played in a while, but it facilitates you taking damage because it is so hard. Like, just like One Step from Eden. It's very hard to avoid taking any damage in that game, especially during the boss fights, but if you do it right, in the boss fights, you can heal 400, you get like 400 free health every boss fight if you spare them, and you get like an extra like 100 for saving one of the guys that heals you, the healing hostages. Ah, Judge Ball. I hate Judge Ball. The other boss here is way better. Because of all these friggin' mines. Now this attack is super intimidating, but literally all you have to do is just slowly move toward him. Like, only the lobbing bullets actually hit you, so if you just move toward and away it from this guy, he can... Oh, that was a lag spike. Okay. This is not good. Literally, just walk toward him. Or away from him. Directly toward, directly away. Can't hit you. It's the least dangerous attack he has, despite being the most intimidating. He's like spamming bullets everywhere. The mines are super annoying, though. Did the music stop? Why'd the music stop? Oh no, it's there. It's just real quiet. Yes, I'm aware you can shoot the mines and destroy them. But it's actually pretty difficult to do. Especially if you're using, you know, the shovel. Thought I could one-shot these. Ah. I'm not doing good. It's the stupid mines. Needs to stop using that attack. Gotta hit him more. Get more healing cells out of him. Ah. Really not doing well. Not making it past him. Oh, I made it past him. Woo! Let's take another 15% fire rate. Oh man, that was way too close for comfort. The other boss is way better and way easier when you're using the shovel. Now I'm going into Haven City with like 50% health. Now this is probably the hardest area in the game. Objectively, it's not too difficult for me. It's definitely one of the most annoying areas. Because you've got those guys with the shield packs that shield enemies. Then you've got all the flying guys. Then you've got a bunch of turrets. And then you've got a bunch of these little guys on the walls. And they have like 1 health. They are not a threat at all. But the fact that they exist and they're so small and hard to lose. The fact that they are so small makes them so easy to get cheap shots in. It's like you don't even acknowledge their existence. Even on the mini-map, their icon, their little presence dot is so small. And it's also got the chain guys, it's got some snipers. Of course, everything's got more HP because it's the second to last penultimate area. Now, hopefully the floppy disk is gonna help, yeah, by zapping them. Got these rocket pods; those are super annoying. We've obviously got elites. Got the small little flying guys. Those guys are super hard to hit. Oof. That's going to be very bad. I don't want to do that. Rocket is my best weapon against enemies that punish you for being close. Which isn't necessarily this guy. Like enemies that are difficult to get close to. I don't know what makes this guy open his weak point up, but he doesn't seem to do it consistently. And again, I'm taking care of all the enemies before I fight the mini-boss. Because enemies are only worth the amount of time that you spend killing them. So I could keep shooting this guy. Could keep spending like 10-15 seconds to down him, but then all the other enemies would get to keep shooting at me for 10 to 15 more seconds, and that would be bad. These flying laser pod guys are also super rough. Oof, man. Okay, so if you can get all 3 rockets to land, Fan of Rockets is pretty dang good. The trick is getting all three to land. Ooh. More rockets. That seems like it'll be good against stuff that doesn't move around a lot and has a big profile. Yeah, no, even the turrets, even if you kill them with a melee weapon, it doesn't drop extra cells. That's how insignificant they are. It wouldn't have been worth the time to go over and get the last group of enemies. I'm only going to get like one more level in this entire run, and it's going to be whether I clear that area or not. I have enough fire rate that I probably could take this and it'd be good, but it's always a net loss in damage. Like these corrupted ones are only good in like very specific builds, because this is always a net loss in damage no matter how you slice it, because it's multiplicative. At least I'm fairly sure it's multiplicative. It should be multiplicative if it's not, but like if you have a weapon that is more conducive to one-shotting enemies not very often, then it's better, because if you only spend 2 shots to kill an enemy, you're effectively having the rate at which you kill enemies because you need 2 shots. So if you can get that to 1 with a 25% damage bump, and you're going 25% slower, you're still killing enemies like, I don't remember what the math is exactly, like 15-20% faster, because you're only spending 1 shot on an enemy instead of 2. But in literally every other scenario, it's worse. And I am decidedly not one-shotting enemies. Now, this area is really annoying because of all of these little mine guys in the ground. Always got to keep an eye out for it. Because if you don't, they'll get you. Now here, best soundtrack in the game, by the way. Best piece, best theme. District 13 goes unreasonably hard, given how little trouble I tend to have with this level. Hello. The little turtle guys that drag you around are more annoying than they are threatening. I mean, they can definitely drag you into some bad spots, but as you saw earlier, it kind of dragged me out of a bad spot. Okay. I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Sometimes I like to do them legit because it's fun. I think I'd actually want to take that. Oof. I don't know what I did, but I heard like 5 kill sounds go off in rapid succession. Yeesh. Fan of Rockets is a super good anti-elite weapon now. Yeah, this one can't be bothered. Some of them are kind of fun to do. This one isn't. Ugh. No thank you. Alright, not super happy about my skill level thus far. Might as well try. I've got power cells to spare. Not that 25 more power cells is going to do anything. Man, I got a lot of items. I don't need to fully restore my health, though. I'll save those power cells for the moon. Ugh, this guy. I don't like this guy. I like the beetle way better, because he's easier to get close to. Also, I found the beetle's time pressure mechanic to be more passable. Because as you can see, the acid is definitely rising. God, that does so much damage. I think I just gotta... Oh, I can pass through the bottom of these? I didn't even know that. But as you can see, the acid is definitely rising. Oh, he's got a burn shield. Some of the bosses have, like, don't get near me counters. Once the acid rises up, I've only got this area to... I should be using my burning thing. Almost. There we go. Once the acid gets to the top, this is the first time I've actually beaten them before that happened, but you have only this tiny space to run around in, and it's really, really hard. Alright. Gone all the way to the moon with the shovel. I have high hopes for my ability to reach the boss, not necessarily to beat the boss, but honestly, if I've reached the boss, I'll be happy. I need more rockets in my life. What about you? That's useless to me. That might actually be pretty good. Ha! Since I'm getting burned so much, this might actually be good. Since I'm getting burned so much, I won't have much scratch damage. Hey, it never said I had to be full health, it just says I have to have no scratch damage. Alright. This is also the first time I've been to the moon with all 6 power crystals. Last time I was here I only had 4, and I did make it all the way to the boss. Oh my god, took off half of his health. Now the super annoying thing here is that you jump higher. And that doesn't sound like it should be annoying, but trust me, it is really annoying. Because literally the entire game you've been using one jump height, then all of a sudden you're so much floatier, and it is surprisingly jarring. But if I can get used to it, and I get used to it pretty quick, then it's not too bad. Now, obviously, the biggest threats in this room are the mini-boss guys that are spamming everything everywhere. And I actually thought there were supposed to be 2, but I guess I already killed the one. But again, time spent on the enemy. I don't want to spend a ton of time focusing on this guy. Oof. When I could just one-shot him. When I could be taking care of all the other enemies that'll probably be hitting me, like these rocket pod guys. I might hit level 15 this run. I don't actually know. Burn is based on the damage. When you deal burn, it's damage over time, so burn is based on the damage you deal. And I've disabled all the lasers, so there's no actual danger here. Oh, hey. Is this the lunar cache? There's no actual cache here, it's just a healing. Dumb. Okay, but, yeah. Disabled all the lasers. Oh, God. Oh, my God. The rocket has become stupidly powerful now. And again, focus on the enemies that are most likely to hit you, that you can kill in the least amount of time. There's obviously a little bit more nuance to it than that. Like I'm occasionally using Fana rockets on the mini bosses because it's the best DPS I've got, or it's the best burst I've got. It's not really qualifying as DPS. But that's because it's such a great anti-elite. Bam. Okay, here we are. Wow, well, I actually made it out of that full health. Okay. Did not expect to make it out full health. Now here comes the actual hard part. Because I have never beaten the final boss before. Don't reload. That might be interesting. I'll grab it because I got power cells to spare. Alright. I'm just short of level 15. One or two of those rail bots would have put me over. Rip. There's an achievement for reaching level 15. Alright. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. But not into the mic, because that'll blow it out and make you guys really hate listening to this. Ah, so that's what it means by reduces Iris's health. What I think I want to do is not die. Obviously that's the end goal, but what I think I want to do is use my rockets to damage Iris when they come back online, while using the entirety of the rest of my kit to focus on the power-up things, these guys. And Iris's other attacks, of course. Ah, god damn it. Because Iris has now entered Rage Mode. And Rage Mode isn't the worst thing in the world. Owie. But it is pretty rough, and I do want to avoid being in Rage Mode as much as I can. Like, see, we're not in Rage Mode anymore. So I want to use my kit. Rockets to knock down her health. Ah. And the rest of my kit to keep her out of Rage Mode. If you're high enough up, that attack won't get you, but I wasn't high enough. Ah, damn it. Ah, this is bad. Please, he's almost dead. Wow, that's the first time I've done that. Ooh. Oh no. Oh god, no. This is a second phase. Of course it's a second phase. Why wouldn't there be a second phase? Okay, I gotta heal though. Oof. I need to get some shovel hits in. Because that's going to be the main way of offsetting the damage. That I am definitely taking. Damn it, no! Ah, I was so close! Ah, man! I was so close! I needed to figure out how that spinning attack worked because I couldn't. I guess I wasn't jumping early enough for the low one. I don't know. Whew. Man, that was something. That was 45 minutes straight of something. Oh boy. I definitely don't have time to give that another try, but I will max out the perk tree, which is an achievement. Hello. So, that was Roboquest. You want to try to beat Iris? Go ahead. It's on Steam. You can get it right now. It's in 1.0. Uh, have fun, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Cassette Beasts, probably. But that will be next week. So I'll see you then.